Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy, Sports and Fitness Rants? I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. What's up, y'all? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back, man. Got another great video for you guys today, as usual, man. You guys know the deal on this channel. It's all about setting the record straight, stopping the lies, stopping the narratives. And in this video, man, I want to talk about an article that I saw that was talking about LeBron James and how back in 2013, he had spoke about wanting to sit down and have a sit down with Michael Jordan and really ask Michael Jordan what he thought about his overall game, and his attributes is what he said. And I found it comical, man, because I've talked about this before. I've touched on this about how Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant had a dynamic between them that no one else has been able to garner with Michael Jordan. There's no one. Look at Scottie Pippen. Not even Scottie Pippen has a relationship with Michael Jordan. But Kobe Bryant was able to break down Michael Jordan's wall, so to speak, and build a bond, a real true bond between him and Michael Jordan that you saw come in Kobe Bryant's passing. When Michael Jordan spoke at his funeral, you saw the emotions on Michael Jordan and the things that he said about Kobe Bryant and what he meant to him as a little brother, right? That's something that LeBron James can't sniff. He's never been able to garner that relationship to me with anybody. Have you guys ever seen LeBron James have a relationship or develop a relationship with another all-time great? And we all know that Michael Jordan was his idol growing up. And in this article, LeBron James talked about really wanting to have a sit down with Michael Jordan and really ask him some certain questions about, when he played and about the retirement, and really ask him about what he thinks about his overall game, give him some advice, things of that nature. And I'm here to tell you, LeBron James, Michael Jordan never had a relation with you because Michael Jordan does not respect you. I mean, listen, I can't speak for Michael Jordan, but that's how it comes across to me. Michael Jordan doesn't respect LeBron James, man. And we're going to talk about this video. I want to thank you guys, everyone across the world, everyone across the states, man, that's been supporting my channel. Once again, guys, I am truly, truly humbled, man, by all the support, man. It really means a lot, guys. So once again, man, to everybody in the membership, the true basketball fans, thank you very much, guys. And you guys know what to do, man. Turn the volume all the way up. Hit that play button. Remember, these videos are for educational purposes. And let's roll. So, yes, guys, I want to send a special thanks out to my man, Vernon Lee Warren. Shout out to you again for coming through with the super thanks. I saw your message, man. I'm going to try to do that video. So shout out to Vernon Lee Warren coming through with the super thanks. And shout out to my man GG Chillin for coming through once again with the super thanks, man. I am truly humbled, guys, by all your support, man. It really means a lot. You guys know I do not solicit for money on this channel. That's not what it's about for me. The LeBron James fans seem to think that it's about views and money for me here on this channel. But you guys know that's not what it's about, man. Never been about that. It's about setting the record straight, man. So much respect to you guys. Thank you. So, yes, guys, like I said, man, I wanted to talk about this article that I saw that came out, I think it was yesterday or the day before, and I was reading it, and they were talking about some comments that LeBron James made back in 2013 when he was a member of the Miami Heat. And they were interviewing him, and he was talking about, really wanting to have or develop a relationship with Michael Jordan, and how he wishes that he could sit down with Michael Jordan and ask him some questions about his career and, the retirement and, some of the things that he went through with the Detroit Pistons and, how he was able to break through. And, he wanted to ask Michael Jordan what he thought about his game, right? About LeBron James's game. Like, what was his opinion on LeBron James' game? The attributes is what LeBron James said in this article. Those were his words. And I found it laughable, man, because in the article they talked about how Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant had a relationship like what LeBron James wishes he had with Michael Jordan. And I've told you guys on this channel about Kobe Bryant really being the only player in the history of the game to build that relationship with Michael Jordan that was sustained. It was a sustained relationship, right? We see what's going on with Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan. Obviously, the relationship was never like that, or as far as Pippen's concerned, he's a very, bitter and jealous person of Michael Jordan. He's envious. You can't have a relationship with somebody, no matter what the relationship is. If you're envious of them or jealous of them, how is it going to be a relationship there? Whether you're friends, whether you're co-workers, whether you're husband and wife, whatever it is, a mentor, right? You're not going to be able to develop an actual real relationship built off of trust, respect, none of this stuff. Once again, man. So this is what's going on here with LeBron James and the Kobe Bryant, the Michael Jordan, the dynamic that was never there with a Michael Jordan and a LeBron James. And I've told you guys, to me, the relationship was never built because Michael Jordan, to me, never respected LeBron James. To me, he just didn't respect LeBron James like that to build a relationship. Also, LeBron James is very narcissistic. So he says a lot of these things about Michael Jordan, about he's my idol. And you see that LeBron James mimics a lot of stuff that Michael Jordan does, right? We talk about the number 23 that he tried to wear and duplicate of Michael Jordan. But we know he'll never be able to fill those shoes. He'll never be the real 23. Right, so he's just a knockoff of what Michael Jordan was doing, trying to copy the number. But we talked about the chalk toss that LeBron James tries to mimic from Michael Jordan. But not only that, you guys know that he's tried to duplicate Space Jam, the movie, right, and redo Space Jam, but it wasn't the same. Right, all of these kinds of things. We think about Nike and sign the shoe deal with Nike. Once again, LeBron James' shoes ain't nowhere near Michael Jordan's, man. And then we talk about the overall game, not even close, right? Not even close. When we talk about Michael Jordan captivating the imagination, right? Capturing your imagination, the creativity of Michael Jordan, the poetry in motion, that's the complete opposite of LeBron James. The complete opposite of LeBron James. So their on-court games are not similar at all. The way that they move on the court's not similar, right? We talked about the intangibles or lack of for LeBron James. And I'm sure Michael Jordan, those are the things that Michael Jordan looks at. It's not necessarily the on-court game of LeBron James. It's the intangibles of LeBron James, the things that we talk about on this channel that you don't respect, that I'm sure Michael Jordan doesn't respect either. Once again, I'm not speaking for Michael Jordan. I don't know what's in his heart, what's in his mind. But when I look at the actions, when you see the interactions between LeBron James and Michael Jordan, right? When we saw the 75th anniversary, did that not look like a fake interaction to you? It looked like a fake interaction to me. LeBron James, we know, is fake. So we know his love for Michael Jordan's not real because he's the one down talking Michael Jordan whenever he gets a chance. He's the one that will allow guys like J.J. Redick and some of these other clowns out here, Kendrick Perkins, right? He's the one paying these fools to talk down on Michael Jordan's era. So if you really respected Michael Jordan like that, you really loved Michael Jordan, you wanted to develop a relationship with Michael Jordan, then why every chance that you get, you allow your cronies to tear down Michael Jordan? Excuse me, guys. Wasn't it Rich Paul that said that Michael Jordan's antlers were in gold and LeBron James were in platinum? I don't remember LeBron James coming out and saying something about that and being like, yo, come on, man. It's Michael Jordan, man. You know that I'm not on his level. No, LeBron James never does these kinds of things. Is it not LeBron James as fact that comes out and calls himself the greatest of all time all the time? That's a slap in the face of Michael Jordan. That's a slap in the face of Larry Bird and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Wilt Chamberlain and Bill Russell and all the other all-time greats. It's the fans. We're the ones that's supposed to be saying this. We're the ones that's supposed to be having these debates. We're the ones that's supposed to be having a top 10 list. It's the fans. It's on us. It ain't the players, guys. I keep telling you this, man. The players make the game, but there's no NBA without the fans. There's literally no league for these guys to get paid to play if no one's there watching it, if no one's watching this game, buying tickets to come to the arenas, buying the merchandise, being fans of basketball. If there were no fans of basketball, there would be no NBA. These guys can go play basketball wherever they want. Where we go play basketball in the street for free, they can go do that too. So once again, I told you, we're the ones who say who's in the greatest of all time debate. We're the ones who say who's the top 5, top 10 players. It's the people, the true fans of basketball, not the players. They can have their opinions, that's great, man, but there's more of us than there is of them. Remember that. And that's why if you were to put out a poll and you were to say, who's the greatest of all time, and you labeled Michael Jordan versus LeBron James, it would not even be close. It would not be close. Michael Jordan would by far and away blow out LeBron James in any kind of who's the greatest of all time voting. I'm talking about if you just opened it up, worldwide voting, LeBron James versus Michael Jordan, guys, it wouldn't be close, man. I'm talking about something like 75-25 or 80-20. That's, in my opinion, where it would be. I don't even think it would be that close. But so these are the facts. This is the reality of the facts, my friends. So it's up to the fans here to make these kinds of statements and make these things. But LeBron James will call himself the greatest of all time. LeBron James will, once again, blame his teammates. He'll blame the coaching staff. He's always making excuses. So once again, that's a slap in the face to a Michael Jordan because Michael Jordan never did these things. He never made excuses. He never blamed his teammates. He never blamed the coaches. Once again, he took accountability. So when you talk about a Kobe Bryant and a dynamic between Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant and how Michael Jordan looked at Kobe Bryant like a little brother, Michael Jordan had to respect Kobe Bryant first. Everything must start with the respect. If he did not respect Kobe Bryant, then he would not have the relationship with Kobe Bryant. To me, part of the reason why LeBron James and Michael Jordan don't have that dynamic between them is because Michael Jordan, to me, does not respect LeBron James in the way that he's gone about his business. Like I told you, it has nothing to do with the on-court game. You know, if Michael Jordan wanted to talk to LeBron James and be like, hey, man, you know, when you go left, if you want to try to, you know, if he wanted to give him some advice, like he gave Kobe Bryant some advice on the fadeaway and how to hit the fadeaway and how Michael Jordan feels for the defender behind him, all these kinds of things, he could give LeBron James advice. No doubt about it. But it's, the problem for me, or what I think it is all the other things surrounding LeBron James that we don't respect. This is why he's asking for respect. So you're telling me that Michael Jordan thinks it's okay, or thinks that it was a classy move for have LeBron James have his wife come on stage and announce him as the GOAT. Once again, that's a slap in the face of Michael Jordan. Even if you think you are the greatest of all time, deep down inside, you believe you're the greatest of all time. That's fantastic, man. For you to put it out there, to have your wife say that, once again, it's a slap in the face of the other all-time greats that never did these things. I never saw Michael Jordan's wife come on the stage anywhere all the years he was playing in Chicago and be like, yeah, man, you know, my husband's a GOAT, man. Here comes the GOAT, Michael Jordan. You never heard these kinds of things, man. It's absolutely laughable for him to think that this is okay. LeBron James goes into parties with GOATs. He goes into parties with GOATs. How lame are you? Once again, it's a slap in the face to a Michael Jordan, who's literally recognized by most people, by most, not by some, by most, as the greatest basketball player of all time, guys. Those are the facts of the world. That's just the reality of the world. That's what I'm saying. LeBron James doesn't want to live in that reality. He doesn't want to live in the reality that Michael Jordan is viewed by most people as the greatest of all time. And by many people, LeBron James is nowhere close to Michael Jordan. I've told you guys, the true basketball fans know LeBron James ain't right behind Michael Jordan. He's not number 2 all time. True basketball fans know that because the true basketball fans know the history of the game. It's irrelevant when you were born, whatever you watched growing up. It doesn't matter when you were born for you to know the history of the game, guys. It doesn't matter. Now, I've told people many times that if you didn't grow up in the 90s watching Michael Jordan live, then you really won't get that feeling that we're talking about. You just won't get it. It's not the same watching it now on VHS or watching it on YouTube. It's not the same. To actually be living in that moment of the 90s with everything going on in the world with the Michael Jordan live, it's not the same thing. But you can still learn the history of the game, right? You need to be alive in the 50s and the 60s to know about the 50s and the 60s. But once again, you must be willing to listen to the people who know more than you do. I was willing to listen to people who knew more than I did about certain eras of NBA, about certain players, about certain aspects of the game. I listened to these people. I didn't just yell over them or talk over them. I listened to what they had to say because they knew more than I did. They were there. Or maybe they were closer to that situation than I've been. Same thing I tell people. I grew up watching the 80s and the 90s. So I'm giving you guys the perspective of someone who grew up during that time watching this stuff. Watching it, literally watching it. So once again, I tell you guys, I could break down these players and give you guys, you know, a breakdown of how these guys played the game, you know, what their role was on the teams. I could talk about these teams because I watched this stuff, and that's how I learned about these players and what they did on the court, where they like to play, what their overall games were, their impact, the teams, the coaches, the announcers, all of this stuff. I remember this stuff, and I remember because they educated us. So when I was watching the games growing up, I was educated by the broadcasters. Today, not so much. Now it's a bunch of opinions. Right? That's what it is now. The broadcasters gave us opinion, but most of it was draped in historical perspective. They gave us the educational breakdown. Right? They gave us the facts. Now all you get now is a bunch of weird statements, emotional statements, a bunch of opinions not based in reality, though. It's in some fake reality, some fake made-up world. So you're not learning the game. And this is what we got going on right now, guys. So in this article, LeBron James talked about, and this was in 2013 that they were talking about this, and LeBron James wanting and wishing he had that relationship. But once again, LeBron James, you never carried yourself that way to earn that relationship with a Michael Jordan. And we all know that Michael Jordan's not like that, right? That's why I say what Kobe Bryant was able to do, it really goes to Kobe Bryant and his mentality. Because we all know that Kobe Bryant is relentless. He's a relentless person, right? Whatever he's focused on, he's relentless at that, right? And that's what he did with Michael Jordan. He was relentless. You heard Michael Jordan talk about this guy was texting me at 4 in the morning, 2 in the morning, 1 in the morning. He's calling me and texting me all hours of the night because he's asking him questions. He wants to know this. He wants to know that. He wants to be better. He wants to be great. And Michael Jordan respected that about him. And he respected Kobe Bryant's work ethic, the way that he went out there on the court, right, and earned it. I told you guys about how Kobe Bryant went to Michael Jordan after he lost to the Celtics in the 2008 NBA Finals, right? And he went to Michael Jordan, was like, hey, listen, man, basically saying, I can't beat these guys by myself. I'm going against Kevin Garnett. I'm going against Paul Pierce and Rajon Rondo and Ray Allen. I can't beat these guys, man. How am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? He asked Michael Jordan, what am I supposed to do? And Michael Jordan told him, you got to be better. You got to figure it out. He literally told him to figure it out. He didn't say, yo, man, you got to get out of LA, man. You got to make a trade. You guys need more personnel. You got to get a better guy. You got to do this. He said, you have to figure it out. You wanted to be the guy. You wanted Shaquille O'Neal gone. You wanted to prove that you could lead a franchise. Well, here it is, my man. Now it's up to you to figure these things out. The same way I had to figure it out, the Detroit Pistons. I had to figure that out. It wasn't, oh, they got Scottie Pippen, they won. No, they had to figure it out. They had to work. He had to push his teammates to be better, to get to that level that they would not have reached without him pushing them there. That's what a lot of people don't realize. They think Scottie Pippen would have got there regardless. No, he would not have. If Scottie Pippen made it up here, he would have only made it to here without Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was able to push him to a level that he never thought that he had. Going against Michael Jordan in practice did that for a Scottie Pippen, man. So Michael Jordan figured it out. What do I have to do? Oh, I got to get my teammates better. I have to sacrifice. I have to push them more to get to where I want to go. And they were able to do that. So same thing for Kobe Bryant. He told Kobe Bryant to figure it out. LeBron James, let's think about LeBron James for a second. And the failures of his time. Remember, LeBron James was eliminated in 2008 by the Celtics, 2010 by the Celtics. Did LeBron James figure it out? Did LeBron James try to figure it out? No, he didn't. Once LeBron James started to get resistance, things started to get difficult. He started to go through the grind. 2008, 2009, 2010. Now you're going through a grind because now there's a roadblock in your way. See, he got lucky in 07 because the Pistons broke up their squad. The Miami Heat were dealing with injuries. The New Jersey Nets were gone. There were no teams in the Eastern Conference. There were none. So he got lucky in 07. He was able to break through, right? Ben Wallace wasn't on the Pistons anymore. They were broken up. They weren't the same team. But then what happened in 08? The Celtics formed up, and all of a sudden now LeBron James had a legit threat, a legit challenge in front of him, and he didn't want to go through that grind. So instead of doing what Michael Jordan did in 88, in 89, and 90, LeBron James in 08, 09, 2010, did he come back for 2011 better, bigger, and better? Bringing his teammates along with him, pushing them in practice that summer? No, he dipped out, made the decision to bail out and take a shortcut. And that was the end, to me, of anything or any relationship he would have ever had with Michael Jordan, man. Because let's be real here. There are no players from back in the day that respect what LeBron James did going to Miami. They don't respect that. Dr. J don't respect it. I tell you right now, I know Magic Johnson don't respect it. You know Michael Jordan doesn't respect that nonsense. Because Michael Jordan had to actually battle and fight through the fire more so than any other superstar in the history of the game. Nobody had to grind from the bottom like Michael Jordan did. No one did. Magic Johnson didn't. Larry Bird didn't. Bill Russell didn't have to grind like that. None of these guys had to grind. Will Chamberlain. None of these guys had to grind like that. Kobe didn't have to grind like that. Kobe's grind came in the middle of his career, not in the beginning of his career. So Michael Jordan had to build up the Chicago Bulls, not only the team, but the franchise, the city, on his back. And he didn't get no shortcuts, no easy paths and nothing. He had to go out there and earn it, man. That wasn't LeBron James. So I don't think that Michael Jordan ever respected LeBron James, especially after that 2011 decision, because that's something that Michael Jordan would have never done, right? That's not what Michael Jordan told Kobe Bryant to do. He didn't tell Kobe Bryant, yo, man, you need to get a trade or you need to get up out of there. You need to get a free agent. You can't win with this team. That's not what he told him. He said, you have to figure it out. Figure it out. You're saying that people weren't telling Michael Jordan he's got to get rid of Scottie Pippen? He could have easily told the management, yo, we can't win with this guy, Scottie Pippen, man. He got knocked out in 89, got a migraine in 1990. I can't win with this guy. He could have easily said, listen, we can't win with Bill Cartwright. Right? We could have easily said that. Does anyone really believe that Bill Cartwright was a legit starting center, man? He was a serviceable player at that time, his role for the Chicago Bulls. Once again, Michael Jordan doing more or less, right? Building his teammates up. John Paxson, starting point guard with John Paxson. Can LeBron James win 3 championships in a row with John Paxson as his starting point guard? No, he can't do those kinds of things. He's not going to develop the team chemistry, the camaraderie of a team. LeBron James destroys the morale, the camaraderie of your team. Players never know what they're going to get from LeBron James. They're walking on eggshells, essentially. But LeBron James wishes he had a relationship with Michael Jordan. Why do you think you don't have a relationship with Michael Jordan, LeBron James? Because he don't respect you. And once again, you're a narcissist. Every chance you get, you crap on Michael Jordan's era, or you allow guys like Nick Wright and Kendrick Perkins and Rich Paul and Colin Cowherd. You allow all your cronies, J.J. Redick, you allow these guys to trash Michael Jordan's era. Every chance they get, Gilbert Arenas, to trash these guys. You don't speak up. You don't come out on social media and defend Michael Jordan or defend his era and be like, yo, I don't know what the hell J.J. Redick talking about. Or I don't know what the hell Gilbert Arenas talking about. Or I don't know what Kendrick Perkins talking about. Michael Jordan's a GOAT easily, man. That era was the golden era. He never does this stuff. What will you have LeBron James do, though? Someone will tweet something and LeBron James will like it. He liked the comments from Gilbert Arenas. He liked the comments from Kendrick Perkins. It's an absolute joke for LeBron James to think he's the greatest of all time or anywhere closer to the greatest of all time, for him to constantly call himself the greatest of all time, but then go out there on the court and flop around at a high level, not play any defense, not take any accountability for the team, not be a true leader, walk off the court early. I mean, my goodness, man, you think Michael Jordan respects any of that stuff? Michael Jordan's the complete opposite of LeBron James, the complete opposite, and that's why there's no relationship there for you, LeBron James. The complete opposite. So LeBron James has no relationship with any all-time great because who is he like? No one's like him. None of the guys that I grew up watching are like LeBron James, man. None of the guys that I grew up watching are like any of these quote-unquote superstars of today. Kevin Durant, guys are a joke. James Harden, Joel Embiid, these guys are clowns, man. Jimmy Butler, these guys are a joke, man. And these are supposed to be the premier players. The one thing that they have in common is they have no honor, no class, and we don't respect these guys. It got nothing to do with their games and what they've done, their stats. We don't respect them. No respect for these guys. And that's why Michael Jordan don't have no relationship with LeBron James, because he don't respect LeBron James, just like we don't respect LeBron James. You think Michael Jordan don't see all these things? So the thing about Michael Jordan, too, is that he tries to be PC a lot of times. We all get that about Michael Jordan. So when they ask him questions about LeBron James, he gives a PC answer. Oh, yeah, LeBron James is a great player, man. He's a great player. LeBron James is great. I love what LeBron James does for the community. I love what LeBron, they got to say something, man, right? But deep down inside, they don't respect LeBron James and the way that he's gone about his career. The same way that we don't. You think Michael Jordan does? You think Michael Jordan respects him taking shortcuts? Right? Trying to get all these cheap championships? Right? Trying to erase Michael Jordan from the record books. This is LeBron James. Every chance he gets, he pumps himself up. He talks about himself. He's an absolute joke. Remember Kareem Abdul-Jabbar a couple of years ago when LeBron James did that stupid celebration? Right? What did Kareem Abdul-Jabbar say? Goats don't do that. No one respects this guy, man. No one respects him. He hasn't earned the respect of the other greats. And that's why I told you he's not worthy to be in a conversation with those guys. Kobe Bryant, he respected Kobe Bryant because Kobe Bryant's work ethic. It wasn't just necessarily about the on-court game of Kobe Bryant. Right? Remember, Michael Jordan said if anybody could beat me, it would probably be Kobe Bryant because he stole all of my moves. But that was flattery, right, from Michael Jordan. He respected Kobe Bryant, right? And because Kobe Bryant did not just imitate Michael Jordan's moves on the court, but Kobe Bryant had the same fire burn inside of him, the same competitiveness, right? That same work ethic, if not even greater. I told you, Kobe Bryant, because he wasn't as gifted as Michael Jordan athletically, he wasn't as gifted as him, right? So when you think about it, he didn't have the dimensions of Michael Jordan, right? He just didn't have that. So in those regards, he had to work even harder than Michael Jordan did because he didn't run as fast as Michael Jordan or jump as high. He wasn't as quick side to side. He didn't have the hands of Michael Jordan, the longer arms of a Michael Jordan. He just didn't have that kind of stuff. So once again, Michael Jordan was a greater athlete, so there were certain areas that Kobe Bryant had to work harder on. This is why Kobe Bryant had to work on the footwork and all these kinds of things, because he didn't have the athletic ability of a Michael Jordan, man. When you talk about the precision of Michael Jordan, this is why Michael Jordan's the greatest scorer of all time. Michael Jordan could do more in less movements. Kobe Bryant had to do more, right? More dribbles, more steps, right? Michael Jordan could do one dribble, boom, score. 2 dribbles to the rim, right? No dribbles and score. Not saying Kobe Bryant couldn't do these things. Michael Jordan, to me, was more precise. He was more precision on his footwork, and he was more fundamentally sound than Kobe Bryant was. But Kobe Bryant, the same work ethic, like I said, if not greater than Michael Jordan's work ethic. Kobe Bryant was tough, like a Michael Jordan, perhaps even tougher than Michael Jordan. We've heard Michael Jordan say this, that Kobe Bryant had probably a pain threshold than in Michael Jordan. Kobe Bryant's pain threshold is legendary. Now, LeBron James, you ever see Kobe Bryant rolling around the floor like LeBron James did for getting a graze on the head? You ever see Kobe Bryant go flying into the stands when there's no foul on the instant replay? No. So Michael Jordan doesn't respect that. Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant are cut from the same cloth, and that's why they go hand in hand. That's why the dynamic was there between them. It's not a coincidence, man, that Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan developed that relationship, and oftentimes we relate and we really call Kobe Bryant Michael Jordan 2.0 or another version of a Michael Jordan. It's not a coincidence, guys. Michael Jordan saw himself in Kobe Bryant, which is why he earned the respect, right? That's why he respected Kobe, man. So much respect to the late, great Kobe Bryant, man. The relationship that he was able to develop with Michael Jordan, and how LeBron James is still seeking that, still wishing that he had that relationship. That's why at that 75th anniversary, it was so important for LeBron James to have that interaction, to hug Michael Jordan, to really get his attention, and really have that embrace with him, because there never really was a true embrace between them. There never really was. To me, like I said, he never really accepted LeBron James. LeBron James came with all the hype, right? We get all of that, man. He looked up to Michael Jordan. He wears number 23, but he never quite carried himself the way that Michael Jordan did. See, sometimes people will say, oh, you hate LeBron James because he's not like Michael Jordan. It's not about LeBron James not playing like Michael Jordan or being, quote unquote, like Mike. What we talk about are the intangibles that LeBron James doesn't have that the other all-time greats had, not just Michael Jordan. So when we talk about respect, and we respect Bill Russell, or we respect Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, or we respect Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Dr. J, Jerry West, Hakeem Olajuwon, Tim Duncan, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, when we respect these guys, it's about everything that they did outside of their games. Yes, you respect their games. They're all-time greats. But it's the intangibles that separate these guys. The intangibles. All these guys have a bunch of all-star selections. All these guys have a bunch of all-NBA selections. Most of these guys have MVP awards. They've won some level of championships, right? They all have this stuff. So how do you differentiate? How do you separate them? How do they separate themselves? Is by the intangibles, the way that they went about these careers. That's a big difference with a lot of these guys, right? The leadership, a big difference with a lot of these guys. Words of LeBron James, the leadership or lack of, right? The professionalism, right? Being a true competitor. LeBron James is a competitor like those guys. And where's the evidence? His entire career. He's walking off the court early. He's forming super teams because he's not a competitor. So he doesn't want to beat them or once again go through the grind and have to earn it the hard way. He wanted a cheap shortcut to the rings because he's chasing Michael Jordan. Instead of chasing greatness, you're chasing Michael Jordan. Kobe Bryant was chasing Michael Jordan, but it was the greatness that he was really chasing. Just like Michael Jordan was looking up to Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, right? Looking up because they were champions. It was the championships he was chasing, their greatness, the way that they went about it. They didn't cheat the game. They didn't cheat themselves. They didn't cheat the fans. LeBron James has done that. Michael Jordan knows it. We know it. And those are the facts of the matter, man. Kobe Bryant never cheated the fans out there. Never cheated the game, man. He went out there and laid it all on the line, right? I said he basically ran himself into the ground for the fans, for basketball. That's the complete opposite of LeBron James. You think that Michael Jordan doesn't see LeBron James walking around the court over his last several seasons? Walking around, and you think Michael Jordan doesn't say, damn, when I was 40 years old in the Wizards, I wasn't walking around like this. I wasn't standing around on defense. I didn't have the kind of help that LeBron James has, and they still make excuses for this guy? All the suspicion surrounding LeBron James and the chemical usage, things of that nature. You think Michael Jordan doesn't hear these things? It's an absolute joke, man. And let's not forget to mention, the LeBron James fans are some of the most disgusting people in the whole world. You think Michael Jordan doesn't see what the LeBron James fans have done to the NBA and the NBA's history? They're the ones tearing it down. It's LeBron James fans tearing it down. Not Michael Jordan fans. Not fans of Kobe. Not fans of this guy or that guy. It's the LeBron James fans that say that Michael Jordan played against slow and athletic white guys and plumbers and taxi cab drivers. Remember J.J. Redick got checked by Bob Cousy. Bob Cousy had to check him. Jerry West had to check him. Why didn't LeBron James check him? Because LeBron don't give a damn, right? As long as you trash everyone else's era and you uplift his, that's what it's all about for these guys. Because he don't care about the NBA situation. You don't care about Michael Jordan. Those are the facts, man. You guys know the deal, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one.